Hey everybody, this is Hidden Pants, and we're back for another episode of Dad's Discussions with Duramaxben.
Hey, everybody.
And today we're going to be talking about the patch notes that came out today, Thursday, March 2nd. A little bit of changes for DMZ. And Duramaxben wanted to definitely touch on AI. There's some AI changes, and just lately just talking about the discussion, and the behavior of the AIs. So I don't know if you want to start
Yeah.
with that or.
Well, I'm hoping that they actually, I don't want to say nerf because I don't hate how the bots act. Our problem, and we've talked, privately about this, is they aggro on top of each other and it just bogs the whole thing down and next thing you know, I'm running out of plates. Like we saw in our last video where I just constantly run out of plates.
Sure.
Because you two kind of get a little ahead of me sometimes on the running. The bots aggro to you. And then as I'm coming through, they're hitting their shots on me, stripping my plates. So it's like, what do I do? Do I stop and fight them? And then our lead gets on my case about what am I doing? Why am I not going? Or do I try to run and just have my plate stripped off? So it would be nice if they, as you run through an area, the bots just aggroed in that area, and you don't necessarily, turn them loose from three scenes over.
I agree. I think, well, while we're thinking about this, I'm going to get the video going in the background. This is just a video of me and Ben playing a quick duo the other day. We got a mission done for Ben. We dropped some equipment off at the mall. So just to have some visual for you while we're talking.
Right. Which
Uh,
I'd like to touch on that, after we're done with this, because I know we are having fun doing missions. But back to the bots.
what I was going to say is we have definitely observed where we are getting aggro from bots from 2 or 3 POIs over. And it's like I don't know what the word for it, they cascade off of one another. Where
Yeah.
you aggro one group, and then that aggroes the group next to them, and that pulls the group next to them, which pulls the group next to them, and you look over your shoulder, and like we were down in Seraph Bay by the lighthouse,
Yes.
and we were up on the house on the hill, like on the back side, and we could
Mm-hmm.
see bots from the lighthouse sprinting at us.
Right.
I mean,
Seemingly,
that's
seemingly spawning out of the water,
yeah,
but running directly for us.
yeah. I mean, that was 400 meters away. They were aggroing on us.
Right.
I mean,
Which
that's just
that shouldn't happen in this game.
it's ridiculous. Because in that time, we were also trying to fight a bounty team.
Right.
And all the bounty team did was hole up in a building, and we were fighting bots the entire time. And we couldn't get any progress on the bounty team. We couldn't get any progress on the bots because they just kept coming. So
Right.
so
And
hopefully,
it never seemed like the bots went after the bounty team. They just aggroed on us, which
correct.
is another thing that doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah, I don't understand how it works. I mean, I'm not a developer. I don't know how they're assigned to act. I have no idea. But it definitely seems once one group of operators is fighting the bots, they
Mm-hmm.
only go onto that group of operators,
Right.
which is very frustrating.
And you know what? I would like to see it. It'd be awesome if you could see it from someone else's point of view. Somehow in the game to see if that does hold true. If once you're fighting, like say they aggro some bots, and then we roll up on them, do the bots come to us? Do the bots stay fighting them? What do the bots do? What does the game have in mind with
Sure,
this?
sure. Yeah, that would be nice to see a different perspective of
Yeah,
the same situation. But I mean,
not
obviously,
really sure how that would ever happen, but it would be nice to understand a little bit more about why the bots do what they do.
sure. Yeah, some transparency on how they behave would be nice. I mean, I'm sure any transparency they give would people would find a way to game them then. But
Well, yeah, to exploit it, which, you know, welcome to gaming, right?
right, it's just it is. I mean, kind of no way around that one. But
No.
um, yeah, it's definitely unfortunate where they're at right now. So, like I mentioned the patch notes earlier, and in the patch notes they did talk about. It specifically says introduce some moderate changes to AI combatant damage that reduces lethality across Al Mazrah and Ashika in DMZ. So, to
What does
me,
the word salad mean?
right, to me, it's telling me the bots themselves aren't going to do as much damage, but that doesn't say there's not going to be as many of them.
Right. Right. And you know what? And I don't hate how much damage the bots do when you're fighting a select group of bots. It actually keeps the game a little interesting because you can't just float around wherever you want to do. you do have to think about the bots. So, that part, that nerf, I don't, doesn't really need to be. It's just don't keep sending swarm after swarm after swarm.
I agree with that 100%. I think individual groups that you're meant to be fighting at one time are just fine. They're tuned just
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like if you just do a blanket nerf to all AI damage, it
Yeah.
trivializes it.
Right. Right.
I mean, unless their intention is for you to be fighting half the map at one time, which just seems to what be happening right now.
Which I don't, I would like to think that's not their mission with this.
Same, I agree. I would like to think that's not what they had in mind because it's just such an inconvenience when you're trying to do anything and you
Right.
have, you know, you got trucks driving up on you, helicopters landing on you, on top of the 40 that are already running at you.
Right. 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 And it's like helicopter. And then with the paratrooper bots too, that
Yeah,
just come randomly out of nowhere.
they just happen to spawn on top of your head, and if you don't,
Right.
if you don't hear them, you don't hear them. They're just on you.
Yeah. Which has definitely happened to me. And it scared me.
Same. I mean, I was right there with you.
Right. All
I
of a sudden
just
you hear the shoots and you're like, what is going on?
right. Am I getting landed on by another team? Oh nope, it's just 10
Some,
tier 3 bots landing on me.
yeah. Yep. So, here you see it right there. You're down to one plate in the video because we just had to fight bots again.
Well, to be
Yes.
fair, we're pushing
Okay.
into a denied area, so there's going to be more bots. They're going to be higher level. We kind of brought this on ourselves. We didn't stop anywhere and stock up on plates. We haven't gone to a buy. We haven't done anything to prepare to enter the denied area.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point.
We're just rushing into it, trying to get your stuff dropped off, which is, that's a viable tactic. It worked, but
It did. It did.
it definitely didn't do us any favors not prepping for it a little bit.
Right.
Because
Although,
I think,
you know,
go ahead.
I was gonna say these bots behaved like I would expect bots to behave.
Sure.
They were there. They spawned as needed, but they were never too much.
These damn tripwires.
Um, I don't see any tripwires. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's part of the problem, sir.
True.
In the heat of the moment, they definitely can be difficult to see.
I think I run right through this one.
Not on
Maybe
this, not on this drop.
Okay.
In a different deployment, that was the one you ran through and blew us up on.
I absolutely did. Yep.
Which
Man, there's a lot of them.
yeah, that's all part of the mission. This is the story you have to drop the stuff off in, so it's definitely barricaded.
Right. Which is fun. Again, and these little kind of like knick-knacky things, I enjoy them. I like that they're part of the game. They fit. It slows down. It slows down the game just enough. That like one more element. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, it feels almost RPG like, where you're trying to get into a place and it's like you got a set mission and you're clearing puzzles and obstacles and that's
Yes.
it's nice. It's a nice change of pace sometimes.
Oh my God, it so is. And really these missions have really been a lot better this time around.
I think so. I think they're a lot better thought out. I think they're a lot better implemented.
Right.
Because the first time around, it's they were just difficult to be difficult, where they just added extra amounts of things to make it unnecessarily tedious. I feel
Sure. Sure.
like there wasn't the engagement.
No.
A lot of
No,
RNG,
just random stuff that didn't make any sense to the map.
which I mean, there's still a lot of missions like that now. I know that for a fact because we've gone through it. On this mission in particular, it's like you have to find the drill and you have to find the gun oil.
Yeah.
It's just random if you find them or not.
Yeah, the random spawn. But, it could be said too that that's why you have 3 mission choices at a time.
Right.
So you go in with kind of 3 missions in mind that you can work on, and as you find stuff, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, got this. I can go finish this mission now."
Right.
And if you don't hit that, "Oh, well, I got these pieces." That is a nice thing. You can do pieces of it at a time. You don't have to do the whole thing in one jump.
Right. Yeah. The ones that are all in one deployment, those are the really hard ones.
Right.
Like that one we finished the other day with what's that guy's name? The chemist.
The chemist. Yeah, with the chemist.
Where it's
Where you
all
did have to get all 3 pieces complete
yeah.
or start over again.
Sure. I mean,
And no teammate help either.
well, luckily we were able to have one teammate pick up the gun and put it back immediately, and that crossed out a big chunk of the mission.
I'm going to take full credit for that big brain play because that was all me. for a change.
And it worked out great.
And it did, thankfully, because your brother was very skeptical of what I had planned for that
Well,
and never thought it was going to work.
he's skeptical in general, I think, but that's just his personality.
Well, yeah, so true, so true.
Yep.
But thankfully, it worked.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it makes that mission a lot easier to handle.
yeah, so you don't have to go back out there into the caves. You just get it done in one shot.
Yeah. I mean, having anytime you have to go into the caves, it's not a good time.
No.
Because that is the epitome of bots aggroing on bots,
Oh,
aggroing on bots.
yep.
Like you can pull the entire POI to you at one time, it feels like.
And walling and shooting through things. Yeah, and they don't miss.
They don't miss ever.
And they have a lot of RPGs, it seems, in caves.
Yeah. I agree with that 100% too. In this one, we get overwhelmed by bots in this video a little later on.
Okay. Do we make it out? I don't remember. We must, right?
Well, spoiler alert, we don't. We make it out of the bots, but we don't make it out of the map.
Yeah. And you know what? That's okay too.
Sometimes it just happens.
Right. Right.
Sometimes you just
You know,
walk into a hornet's nest and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
what another thing I really like about this game mode is it's not so easy that you just stomp every time you go in there. You actually have to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at any time, a team can roll up on you and remind you how easy it is to die in this game mode.
Yes.
Just the same as sometimes we can roll up on somebody and remind them.
Yeah. And I think we definitely have nights where it's better than others.
Yep.
Playing a Saturday night doesn't really suit us very well.
No,
So,
we are not good enough players to compete, I don't think, with the
No.
diehards.
well, not when you run up against 6-man teams
No.
over and over again. But on a good Monday afternoon or rainy day like that, where the last time we got to play, I felt like we fit right in.
Yeah, I mean, the last stream we had was a great stream.
Yeah, very balanced.
We got
We were able to complete a lot of missions.
we got a lot done.
Right.
With a little sprinkling of PvP here and there.
Yeah,
We
just
didn't-
enough to keep it fun.
Yeah, we didn't necessarily go looking for it, but we didn't
Nope.
shy away from it any time either.
Right. Which I think is really the beauty of this game mode.
Sometimes, I mean, it isn't always so easy to make that choice. Usually, that choice is made for you, and it doesn't end well.
No, sometimes it doesn't. And that's where the 3-man team comes in so crucially.
Yeah. Man, this truck is out of control.
Sure is. You're bouncing through everything.
It's like once you start bouncing, you just can't get it under control again until you stop.
Right. You know what? I think this is another area that tends to draw a lot of bots out from the woodwork.
A lot of it is it's the places with the denied areas.
Okay.
Because like in the caves, there's a denied area actually in the caves.
Right.
And here, there's that big underground area that's denied area.
I always forget about that underground area because we just do not go in it.
No, there's a lot of bots down there, and I would just personally rather avoid it altogether.
Right. Right. And it's the bots with the not just the armor, but help me out here. The shield.
Oh yeah, there's some riot shielders down there.
The
for
riot
sure.
shield bots.
Yep.
And they are unnecessarily hard to fight.
If you're by yourself, yeah, but if you can get one guy to distract him and the other guy to shoot him, easy peasy.
Sure.
Or if you bring in the right grenade, stick him with a Semtex.
Semtex, yeah, drill charge.
Yeah, stick him with a drill charge.
Right. Yeah, then they go down quick.
Right.
It's always fun when they when they firebomb themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in the middle of throwing it when you shoot them, so that just explodes everywhere.
Right.
What an idiot.
Yeah. But I do like jumping around this area, though. It seems like we end up here quite a bit.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. We always seem to find people here. Is usually why we run through here at least once a map.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
Once a deployment, we try to run through here.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot going on.
Right.
A lot of contracts down here, a lot of missions that bring you down this way, or not down this way, up this way. You're at the top of the map, I guess. But
yeah. Yep. So I don't know. I mean, I like where the game's at right now. I really do. Of course, now saying that it's been a couple days since I've gotten a chance to play, so
Sure.
it could be gone. But
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played on the new patch yet, so I can't confirm or deny the condition of the bots. But
where we left it was in a good place.
yeah, we had a really good stream. We got a lot done. The game felt good. I think
Yes.
I think the new fire shotgun's pretty silly.
Yeah, it sure is.
I mean, the hemlock's
It
pretty
sure
good.
is.
I think.
But they balanced it by giving it no range at all.
Yeah, I guess, but it's still if you're in that range, it's not very balanced, and sometimes
Well,
you can't stay out of that range.
it's true. It's true.
I
The
mean,
same could be said for the Fennec,
it affects the other game modes a lot more than it affects us.
I would say. Yeah.
I know the guys that played the BR a lot hate it, absolutely hate it,
Why?
because it's just like all the other overpowered shotguns that they've had through the years,
Okay.
and it's just people run that shotgun and they do the same thing they did in Warzone One when shotguns were super overpowered, like when the that fire shotgun in Warzone One was out. I can't remember the name. It was like the R9 something or other.
Okay.
People just hole up in buildings and you have to fight them at close range.
Oh, okay.
And then as soon as you get within any sort of range, they're coming at you with shotguns.
Yeah. But I mean, if you know that, can't you run like a grenade package that would help, like deal some damage to them?
Sure, but I mean it's only gonna to help so much.
Right.
It just I don't know. It depends what side of the fence you're on, I guess, with it. Because I
Yeah.
mean I don't necessarily hate the idea of a strong shotgun. It's a shotgun. They're supposed to be strong at close range. That's it.
Right.
But
Right.
like I said, it allows a certain player type that already
Yeah.
are questionable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just talking like people that are camping that are just going to camp harder with it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
This is where we get in trouble with the bots.
Well, there's a lot of heavily armed bots.
That we end up with a lot of bots in the building that don't belong in the building while we're trying to do this mission.
That's what it was, right? They kept coming in.
They kept coming from somewhere, and it wasn't the denied area because that's pretty far away from here. I don't know where they kept coming from, but
Right.
we ended up with so many bots in here that we ended up actually failing the mission, which is
I think that's the first time we've ever, well,
pretty
maybe not the
embarrassing.
first. Yeah, it's not very often that we failed that mission.
No, nope, nope. But I mean, even right now, I mean, there's bots running up from down the street. You saw them when I jumped off the roof.
I did. And there's a helicopter, you can see it on the screen. A helicopter dropping in.
Right.
That like
It's like we get
it
pinned
seems
down in this building.
yeah.
I mean, watch when I go out in the hallway here. I'm pretty sure this is where I go out in the hallway. There's like 6 bots in the hallway. Well, they're not in the hallway yet. You saw them outside the door.
Yes. And they're just stripping plates, stripping plates, stripping
Yeah.
plates.
See, there's one, and they're all armored.
Right. And the chests have nothing in them.
Nothing.
There you go.
Look at all them
They just
bots.
open. They just opened the door.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 and
Yeah.
they
There's
came
two.
in through from the other way.
Yeah. There's 2 there on the left. At least 3 or 4 came in the door at the end of the hall. Look at that.
Hunting. They're not. They're hunting.
And that is just silly. They have nothing to do with the mission we were on. They came from God knows where. You can see them
Look at
all.
them. They're still pouring in.
How far down the street they are, still coming in. I mean, it's too much.
Yeah, that's an issue. There they are. Another one just appeared.
Yeah, so far away.
Right.
I mean, look, that's 45 meters away.
Yeah. Again, has nothing. You should be able to clear a building. In a reasonable amount of time, and not have to worry about the whole neighborhood coming at you.
Yeah, and they're still coming from that same direction.
Another area that reminds me of this is the resort area. Look at that. Is the resort area.
True.
It seems like they want to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's like it's very
Pulling
easy.
out of that city, the city area starts running in at you.
That city area is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy to get pinned down in a certain building like that, which I don't understand. Like we failed that mission because there was so many extra AI that shouldn't have been in that building.
Right.
Very disheartening.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
then it's like,
hopefully.
and now what?
All right, now we don't have the mission, so we have to go to a traditional exfil, and it's like, man, that's a long way away. We're getting late in the match.
Right. And there are people that camp these exfils just for this reason.
Right, which if that's how they want to play. That's fine. They can play that way.
Well, and the balance is generally is these missions like the hostage that gets you a completely different exfil,
Right, right.
which
Yeah.
is good.
Right now we should be on a helicopter out of here, but we're not because
Yeah.
bots.
Right.
Oh well,
Right.
it's just stuff. You can always get more of it.
Well, that is a nice thing, and we have kind of identified some areas that are pretty reliable to regain.
Yeah, I really like that new train.
I was just gonna say the two trains are, especially the one that we seem to spawn next to all the time,
Yeah,
is really nice.
the passenger train has been a good addition. It's got a lot of good stuff on it usually.
Yep,
And that spawn, like you said, that spawn right next to the train station, being able to hop right on the train right off the bat, that's pretty nice.
it sure is.
I mean,
Yeah, and there's just enough chests like you regain up enough that you're not completely helpless.
right. Yeah, I mean, one plate against three plates is a huge disparity.
It is. It is. But if you can, grab a couple of two-plate vests, a couple other things, it's like now you're in the fight.
Right.
And it's not even the fight against other operators. It's like now you're in the fight to stay alive against the bots to continue your regain.
Yeah, you can see on the UAV, there's a couple teams here fighting already, and then we roll up
And try to we end up third party
yeah, we tried
and
third partying them with only two, and
not realizing that they were beside us and behind us.
or that they had a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have just sat this fight out. See, that truck was way behind me.
Sure seemed like it.
I mean, on my screen, it sure seemed like that truck was. It was like that distance away right there again.
Yeah.
Like when
Man,
he came back
really
by.
He really wanted you.
Well, that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
but there, that's the end of the video. So
So we'll see. The patches. Let's hope they did some positive changes and didn't mess things up. They got it. They got it in a pretty good state right now. So I'd like to see them keep going with it.
yeah, hopefully we'll be back live on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday midday sometime, I'd imagine.
Maybe even a bonus stream tomorrow. Who knows? Depends if I get snowed out of work
Maybe.
early enough. But for sure Saturday.
Yeah.
I know I've already planned it out. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, same. Especially, hopefully, we can keep the momentum going from the last stream.
Yeah, I think so. So, subscribers, you guys got to help us out.
I see a fun message in Discord there. Talk about subscribers.
I didn't know if we were allowed to talk about that.
I don't see why not.
It's a pretty big milestone for us.
Well, go ahead and announce it then, big guy.
So, as far as I could see on my little screen page here, we have finally hit 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
So, thank you everyone for subscribing to us and participating in our channel. It's been an absolute blast to do.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely ups and downs like everybody else, but I'm really happy that we started doing this.
Oh my, so am I. So much.
I mean, I've learned a ton about the production side of it, making videos, making shorts, and doing stuff like this, like this little, I don't want to call it a podcast, but whatever you want to call it that we're doing here.
Yeah. I don't know what you would call this.
Yeah,
Some kind of a hybrid thing?
Yeah. Dad's discussion. That's what you call it.
Yeah. We're just starting our own genre.
Yep. But yeah, the big 500. Halfway there already.
Just amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah, big thank you to all our subscribers, and tell your friends and family.
Yeah, let's keep this rolling.
Yeah, word of mouth seems to be working pretty good for us. So,
sure is. Maybe we'll do something special or something fun on the stream on Saturday. Get something cooked up to celebrate it.
Maybe
maybe we can get your brother to dress up as something fun.
I mean, I wouldn't count it out.
I know. He seems to enjoy that. So,
All right then. I think we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So thanks for
Like, subscribe, comment.
yeah,
Let us
definitely
know.
definitely comment. Let us know what you want to talk about, what you think. Your opinions on things are always welcome. So
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Can't wait for the next one.
yep, we'll catch you next time. Thanks.
Thank you.